Broadcast. There we go. We are broadcasting, so we're going to see how this goes. I have not broadcast through Google Hangouts before, so let's hope to God it works, huh? And the cool thing is it'll actually publish as a post-recording video to my YouTube as well. So if anyone wants to come back and watch it later, you guys can do that just to see how goofy we sound. I need to get you a map real quick. Where's the Adventures book? At least some of the maps in here. I don't want to have to go find the maps here. There it is. That's the map I'm looking for right there. I can't do it at 192%, that's for sure. I totally forgot you guys need a map for this. Planning to travel, so. Oh, wait, duh, gotta paint that. Control V, Control S.
Alright, so how do I claim one of these characters?
I have to give you, like, unique positions on it. Okay, which one did you want to go with?
I'll take Leafstan.
Liston? Okay, let's see. Let's go with Ted. Ted has access to her. There's Liston. Yeah, you're going to be the Barding. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a Barding and a elf in this game. That'll be fun. Okay, so you guys both have control of your character.
Excellent.
Okay. This is going to be fun. I'm going to have to turn this map, I think. This is going to make it a lot of fun. I'm going to do it in paint. I have to actually turn it in paint. I don't know. When you pull maps directly from the books, they tend to be in land and not in landscape. They're in portrait. Yeah. My maps for Friday are like all scatterbrained. I've stopped even trying to give you guys maps. I just describe things now.
Sounds good.
Like, they go to so many random locations, it's not worth trying to like plan out maps for them. They did a B&E a couple weeks ago on a crime scene. Spent an entire session B&E in a crime scene. It was pretty epic.
There was info there we needed.
Yes, there was.
Okay.
You found out what you needed to know. I'm not going to argue that.
All right, I'm going to go double check that the cat's got his medicine, and then I'll be right back.
No problem.
All right, I'm gonna reload this.
Is it still being a pain?
No. Running it in Windows seems to. I'm still in Chrome, but I'm running it in Windows, so the Windows seem to be working better. Nope. I just want to fix my avatar here.
Oh, okay. No, I don't want to flip her vertical. God, I hate this thing. Of course I can't turn it. Of course I can't turn it. Oh, you guys are gonna have to live with it because I can't turn it. I'm not letting me try. Bam. Up where? You guys can't pull on it. I don't know. Actually, pull on it. Bam.
Look at that. It's dumb you have to sign out and sign back in for that to work, though.
Probably. I won't see the change until you.
Oh, I changed my Roll20 avatar to Caranthier.
Oh, did you? Let's see. I only have you on names, so I don't. No, it's changed. It's changed currently.
I'm sorry for my momentary absence. I'm back.
It's all good, man. I have a little monster, cat sleeping on the bed. She's the devil. I'm pretty sure of it. Oh, wow.
So my dice macro's not here, the one that's in the other game.
It's all good, dude. Actually, go to the character sheets, and you actually roll from the character sheets. I have an API script set up. So you don't have to worry about any of that. I just tell you the difficulty number, and you roll on it.
Okay.
Anyways, you guys are actually in Eskaroth. Anybody who doesn't know where Eskaroth is, please tell me everyone knows where Eskaroth is.
Sorry.
I'm afraid I don't.
Oh my god, Eskaroth is Lake Town.
Okay.
Its more common name is Lake Town. That's where you guys start out. You're in Lake Town and kind of wandering around. And there's just you don't know. If you guys want to, if anybody wants to give me a riddle roll, I can give you the information that you're looking for here. This is an interesting chance to test the rolls.
You'll have to give me a hint. Where would I find that?
It's going to be under your skills. If you go under your character sheet, under your skills.
Yep, I see it.
Just
If I click on the name of the skill?
next to it. No, click on the D12 next to it.
I don't see a D12.
It's kind of gray. You gotta go. If you hover over it, you'll see it. It's right to the left of the skill.
Okay. Says target number 14.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want target number 14. Wow, but you missed. You know what? I'm still going to give you the information. Screw it, because you're not going to go anywhere without it. At some point, you guys hear rumors. Harath, son of Harbin, a raven of the mountain, has brought to Erebor some sinister tidings. 2 dwarven messengers who left the lonely mountain on an errand are nowhere to be found. The kingdom under the mountain is astir, and Gloin the dwarf himself has spread word that whoever provides news of the missing dwarves will be richly rewarded. So you guys get a chance to meet Gloin. He's going to really love the elf. Just saying. Anyways, so you get a couple options. You guys can either go up to Lonely Mountain and meet Gloin, or you can kind of wander around and do some other stuff in Eskaroth if you really want to. It's totally up to you guys.
No, I think we can go look for a missing dwarf.
You think?
Scott, which character are you playing?
I'm
He's
playing
playing the Barding. Yeah, he's playing the Barding.
Sounds good.
So, I mean, totally can. You guys want to go talk to the king under the mountain?
Yes.
Woo! So I gotta read something real quick. Understand how he. Okay. Okay. So you guys get led to where Gloin is at, and he is in his hall in Eskaroth, which is weird for whatever reason. Gloin's in Eskaroth. And as he comes out, he emerges from his private quarters, wiping ink from his fingers with barely contained impatience. He's wearing fairly rich white clothing, and he's very he seems to be very courteous and fair-spoken under most circumstances, but looks like he's urgently looking for men of action and grows quickly impatient with any individual trying to enter his graces with cunning words. So there's a two parts to interacting with a player for an NPC like this. Okay, this is where the game rules kind of get kind of wonky. You guys can introduce yourselves as a group and choose one of you to make the roll, or you can try to do it individually. And the way that this works is basically the role represents the way that you carry yourself when you're talking to him, the way you carry yourself when you're introducing. And there's a couple different skills you can use. You can use either awe or courtesy to perform this task. If you choose to do it as a group. Courtesy if you want to do it individually.
Going, I'm very sorry for my lateness. I was escorting this elf, and elves, well, as you know, have to preen for a very long time.
Seriously, you're throwing me under the bus?
Yeah, you can throw you into this. So, well, actually, he managed to introduce the group. So, Gloyd he's still kind of a little grumpy. I mean, he is 163 years old at this point. He gets the right to be grumpy. So, he's quite grumpy, and he kind of gives you a glare that says, "Don't waste my time." I hate Facebook sometimes. And then he begins talking to you, and he says, "My cousin Balin, son of Fundin, has left the lonely mountain with a companion. He was meant to personally deliver a letter, a formal invitation from King Dane Ironfoot to the Lord of the Eagles for the coming gathering of 5 armies. An important meeting to be held at the beginning of summer. He planned to go south along the running river to investigate the conditions of the old forest road and possibly transverse it, now that the threat of goblins has been greatly reduced." And there's supposed to be a map I can show you, but I'd have to copy it real quick. And that'd be command but. Basically, it shows the route he takes, and it's a pretty simple route. It's pretty straightforward. He drops down the running river, he crosses past the mountains of Mirkwood, across the old ford, and to the Eagle area. So it's not very difficult. I can kind of show you on this map here. He basically starts right here. He goes down the running river. Hang on, I gotta find where he's at here. He goes down the running river to right about here.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes across to the Eagles area. It's right there. That's where he's going, which is nice. And then he continues on with you. I don't know what happened, but unfortunately the possibilities are many in these days of doubts. If the perils of Wildlerland were not enough, there are always the suspicious dwellers of the woodland realm to consider. They're sworn enemies of the Shadow, but unfortunately they don't love dwarves and watch their land jealously. I hope my concerns are ill-placed, but I wouldn't be surprised if Balin found himself again a guest of the Elven King's celebrated hospitality. Okay, you guys can make different rolls here for getting information out of them. So you can use courtesy. You can use any skill you really want that applies to a conversation. Courtesy is one. Riddle is another. Insight, awe. All those skills apply. And I can't explain what they each do. Awe is basically your ability to impress him with your military might. These guys really hate you guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what the rest of the skills do too. Awe is basically like impressing him with your deeds and your good name, basically. Insight is being able to basically read people, like most games Insight does. Courtesy is the ability to basically very courteously flatter people. And riddle is just like the riddle, what it sounds like. It's the ability to speak in riddles, the ability to decipher riddles, or to play the famous riddle game. Actually, very, very, very exactly the way that Bilbo and Gollum play it in The Hobbit. So, but you guys do have a successful roll for insight. You realize that Gloin is trying to hide his profound concern.
He's trying to hide the fact that he's concerned?
Very, very concerned.
You might as well be straight with us about the whole situation. After all, if you want him back, we're better off forearmed.
You and your relentless logic. But you didn't get. Let's see. Wow. You're going to try to persuade him. Okay. And you actually get a great success. Holy cow. Actually, extraordinary success. He coughs up the fact that he's really concerned because his older brother Oin was the accompanying companion of Balin. So he's very, very concerned. He really would not like his brother to die.
Well, then I am deeply sorry for the elf making us late. We should make haste.
Oh. Don't you just love how Ted's just like, under the bus, right under the bus, Ted?
Well, I was considering kicking him, but I decided that I really do want this encounter to go well. I'll settle for a glare.
Yeah, he'll kick me later. Once we're out of sight, then the elf will thrash me.
The elf will thrash you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he will.
Wake up hog-tied in the mountains.
Yep.
It'd be awesome.
It's the problem with making fun of the one who doesn't have to sleep as long.
True. Okay. Anyways, he promises that anybody who can bring back these two dwarves will be awarded with a lot of silver and gold. They will absolutely love you for bringing back his brother and his companion. Balin's kind of like, I like him, he's a friend, but Oin, no, he really wants him back. And he's basically just offered you a bunch of money. So how are you going to handle that?
I think I'm going to I'm going to suggest that we're going to charge in proportion to the danger and the difficulty as we would with any task. Likely that would far more than cover it. There's no need to you don't need to bribe us to do the right thing, sir.
He doesn't consider. He tells you he doesn't consider it a bribe. He considers it duty bound to ensure that those that help the dwarves receive their best rewards. Except for that dirty elf.
We will do our duty. You are free to do yours, sir.
He's not really keen on the idea of giving the money to an elf, but you know, duty is duty. So this is the bad part about dealing with dwarves, Ted. You're playing an elf in a dwarf game. It's going to happen.
Well, you know, he doesn't like me. I consider myself better than him, you know, so...
Whatever works, right? Okay.
But let's follow the path that he gave us.
All right. How are we for personal provisions? Do we have?
Okay.
Are we prepared for a journey like this right now?
Yes. This game can. Assuming that anytime you leave out on an adventure, you always have enough provisions, basically, to make the adventure.
Okay.
Lambus bread and more lambus bread.
Yeah, lambus bread.
I get so sick of lambus. Don't you people have any jam or anything you can put on it? Anything?
Yeah, some poison. I'll give you some poison.
Royal bee honey.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, it's going to be disgusting. Okay. Okay, guys, here's the next question. Do you guys want to travel via foot or get on a boat?
Oh, a boat sounds so much easier. Where is there a dock, or would we be signaling one to pull over on the river, or what? What
you're on the long lake at this point, so you are pretty much floating. You have a floating city, and it's built right next to the bones of Smog. It is, right. Literally. There's a city, and then like half a mile out from the city is Smog's corpse underwater. That's where he died. Remember, Bard shot him from the rooftop with a black arrow and killed him.
Well, I guess my big question is, I presume that boat would be faster, but if they're very slow-moving barges going upriver, maybe
You're
not.
Going down. You're going down.
Going down. Beautiful. We're gonna try to get a boat.
You can try to get a boat. Okay, you guys are able to get them. Gloin gives you guys papers, basically urging people to help you. Wow. This will be fun. Oh wow, this is going to be real fun. We're going to have to modify some of the travel rules because there's not enough people to fill all the roles. It's ridiculous. The way that the game assumes journey, they actually have rules for long journeys.
Yeah.
Which is really, really freaking amazing.
It makes sense for the setting.
Yeah. But one of the roles is you have different roles that you play. You have a guide, you have a hunter, you have a lookout man, you have like 4 or 5 different roles you can fill. And there's 2 of you. So the way that this generally works is you guys will actually be traveling for 4 days. Real quick because I need to make sure I tell you right. Before I don't want to lie to you. Okay. Where's a fatigue test? There, fatigue test. Okay, the way that a fatigue test works, you have to make 2 fatigue tests during this travel. Basically, it represents you guys having to steer the boats and everything else down the river. It's in the general malaise of all that. What you roll to make those tests is you have to roll a travel roll.
Target 14?
Yes, it would be target 14. Oh, baby, yes, this is going to be fun.
Yes, it is. Got the eye.
Yeah, this is going to be ugly.
So where is this travel at?
It's a skill. It's a skill.
Okay, I see it. And here we go.
Oh, Lord. You don't have anything in travel. Ouch. You just fail. So actually, with a failure, let's see. What is this, spring or winter? Or what? When is this actually? Okay. Okay, spring. So this is spring. So you actually take 2 fatigue more to your character for... which is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, actually, reduce
I got a very roll. I got boxcars, but the Eye of Sauron, the crit failure.
Yeah, the crit failure actually triggers a hazard, believe this or not.
Oh, cool.
Which I'm just gonna have to throw a hazard at you for basically a choice. So at this point, you're gonna take a. Let's see. What you do with the hazards is you have to roll a test, typically. Oh, wow, this is going to be ugly. So what you do is you roll. I have to roll a feat die real quick, so hang on a second. Feat, roll. Okay, I got a 3. You are temporarily miserable for the length of the journey.
Okay. How do I change my state? I'm sure it's on this character sheet somewhere.
It is down towards the bottom, I do believe. And there's an option that says not weary, and then it says miserable, wounded, treated.
Near the bottom of.
Yeah, it'll be right above
sheet?
Yeah, right above rewards and virtues and under gear.
Character states.
Yeah, states, and then it has endurance, hope, and then it should say not weary, and then right under that's 3 checkboxes. There you go. You're weary. You are miserable. Well, didn't expect to get that fast. Yeah, gotta remember how miserable works again. I'm going to find it again because I keep forgetting how exact. I know how weary works, but miserable is something I haven't gotten 100%.
I'm seasick.
125.
I think the elf put something in my lembas bread.
He's blaming you for everything, dude. You need to beat him quickly.
I get this, and he's not even a dwarf, so what the hell?
I'm a smith. Smiths train with dwarves. We learn a thing or two from them.
Okay, basically what happens here, you have the ability now to actually suffer a bout of madness, but you're not going to be miserable that long, so Um, basically, the way this works is if you roll another ISR on, you actually suffer bouts of madness, and you're a treasure hunter, I believe. So yours is the no, yours is no, yeah, you are a treasure hunter. I think I'm thinking the woodman.
Shadow weakness, is that dragon
Yeah,
sickness?
dragon sickness. That's what I thought it was. Go find it real quick. Okay, dragon sickness. This is real fun. Dragon sickness. Let's see. Wandering lust. So coming to the shadow. Carrying. No, come on. The lemon thing I'm looking for. Cursed vengeance. Oh, dragon sickness. Okay. Adventurers who find themselves on the road to seek lost riches run the risk of catching the age-old disease capable of turning a pile of enchanted gold into bitter ashes. As the shadow tightens its grip on their hearts, the world shrinks around them and they close acquired possessions. You start out grasping. Grasping describes the desire to accumulate gold and precious items above all else just for the sake of possessing them. And eventually you sink to the point where you start stealing. So if you roll another, during this journey for any reason, you roll another ISR and you're just doomed. It's
Excellent.
no fun. So you got one more of those rolls to make. See what happens.
Another
Is there
travel
luck
roll?
points or anything in this game?
Do what?
Is there luck points or anything in this game?
Yes, hope points. There are hope points. I need to explain this. I meant to explain this as I go. On any roll in the game, you can spend a hope point. What a hope point does is it allows you to add your attribute to the roll. So, and if you notice how the skills are laid out, they're laid out under each ability. So, like, travel is governed by your heart score. So, the most you can add is a 2. But you can roll your travel and announce that you're going to use a hope point if you're close to passing to pass. And hope's actually a really fun thing to deal with. You still won't pass.
Where's the list of hope points? How many?
It's down right next to your endurance. You have 15.
Oh, wow. All right, so it's a game with a lot of story points. All right.
Yeah. But they're hard as crap to get back.
Yeah. All right, so another travel roll?
Yeah. This is really difficult to imagine with 2 people.
Why did it say I rolled normal dice when I clicked miserable?
That is a good question. Oh, because no, miserable doesn't affect your die.
Ah, okay.
Weary affects your dice.
Got it.
So you're fine. Ted loses another endurance from having to be the guy that's steering the ship, I guess. Poor Ted. You're just getting beat up on this journey already.
It must be raining.
Yeah.
Don't you elves like naturally repel the rain from your waxen skin?
Ouch.
Yes, but the rain makes it cold, and it makes my armor chafe, and my boots are too tight, and I really could use some better food and, frankly, better company. And I don't even know why I'm doing this favor for Gloin to start with. It's not like he was nice to me.
Well, this is how you win friends. We're gonna try to, get him on your good side and vice versa. Okay? We'll see what we can do.
He hates you, Ted. He hates you. It's all good.
All right.
He loves the rest of them. So basically, at this point,
boy, oh boy, I don't have any hunting skill at all, so I'm not going to try to catch a fish to cheer up the elf.
I'm not sure they would eat it. Yeah, so basically, you guys have gone from Escaroth to Stair-Giron. It takes you a day to get there. Stair-Giron is a paved portage trackway built long ago by the lakemen with the help of dwarven masons. allowing for the swift transport of boats and their contents from the lake down to where the running river resumes its course beyond the falls, up to the lake beyond from the river for boats coming from the south. Entire boats can be loaded on wheeled carts and that are then pulled along grooves dug in the paved trackway. So you guys basically, that's where you hit, and then it takes you guys to... Yeah, so you guys wait till it would take you till the next morning to get everything processed, and then you guys go into the Lakeman huts. Wow.
Did you tell us what Balin's son's name was? The one we're going after?
It's not a son, it's his brother, Oin. O-I-N. Oin, 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 oin.
I thought you said it was Balin's son that had left the mountain.
No, it's when he announced him, it was they always go by their name, son of somebody. It's Balin, son of Fundin, is actually his name, which is dumb. Like it's actually Gloin is the son of somebody, and then actually Gimli is son of Gloin.
Right. So is Oin the one missing?
Yeah, Oin and Balin are missing. So.
Oh.
That's who you're looking for. Okay, so.
Well, you would think that Oin would be able to keep, or Balin would be able to keep Oin safe.
Apparently not. Right? Yeah, this is fun. So, you guys, after you guys leave the Lakeman, you guys get about 25 miles, and you enter the eastern eaves of Mirkwood. The shadowy canopy of the woods seems to silence the sounds of nature, from the buzzing of insects to the chirping of birds.
You're really breaking up. I couldn't hear that.
You guys basically just enter Mirkwood. I couldn't believe I couldn't get that out.
Excellent.
Oh, this is where it gets really funny. I gotta calculate real quick. Something real quick. Oh, great. This is fun. I gotta calculate something. Yeah. What are the journeys? No, that's what I'm looking for. I gotta calculate something real quick. Speed. Okay. I have to calculate something. It's like a day per every hex you take, and there's actually a map to calculate how many days this is going to take us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 freaking Texas. Yikes. Okay. And this is where it gets really, really stupid and fun. So set route. Found the distance, 10 miles per hex. So you're going 390 miles. And then I have to figure out how many hexes you're going down and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so you're going severe. Oh, Lord. You're going across a bunch of severe land here, aren't you? Okay, so you're going to go severe. So it's times 3. Well, no, you go down the river, so no, it doesn't count. It counts as very easy. Or easy, so it's fine. So it takes you... Wow. This is crazy. Okay, so each day you get a hex, pretty much. So you're going down through Daunting. Oh, wow. How many hexes do you go through Blighted? Ouch. Gotta recalculate real quick. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how many days you guys are on the road.
It's already been too long.
11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, you got 13 hexes through Blighted Land. So what's 13 times 5?
50, 65.
Oh, wow. It's going to take you 65 days to get through Mirkwood. And then you got, oh, wow.
What season is it?
1, 2, 3, 4.
It'll almost be Durance Day then.
6 times, let's see, 6 times 3 is 18, so you got 65 plus 18, yikes.
83.
Yeah, so you got 83 days here.
What season is it? Since we're expecting
It's spring. It's spring.
Spring, good. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at half. So you're gonna be traveling for 87 days plus 3, plus actually, yeah, plus you got how many from the Long Lake? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. You travel down the river 9 days. So you got 96 days to travel. Congratulations.
3 months to save these people.
You got 3 months to get to these people. You get to them. Wow. You'll be doing in 96.
I take your point. We should have just become lifeguards, but we're here.
96 days, guys. 96 days. Okay.
An elf's life is long. I can be patient.
Yikes. Okay, so yeek. Oh man. We're gonna do this a little simpler because doing all these rolls here is gonna be ridiculous. You have to make 13 corruption tests. Really? Because that's not totally obscene. Especially seeing how your corruption test is basically, I believe, you roll your valor. I believe is what you roll against that.
Oh, that's not going to be good.
Yeah, I'm going to look up real quick, just double check, because I believe that's what it is. You roll corruption, is your valor. If you're having, no, corruption. Consequences of corruption. I want to gain corruption. Got it? They're in here. Corruption, English. I need a corruption test. Why does it not give me a corruption test? Rolls. I just want to pick one now. Corruption. Sources of how corruption. Corruption test. Others. No, it's against your wisdom. 145. That's what I thought. It was for one of those two. 149. It's against your wisdom still. So there's like whole sets of. This is the stuff that I always forget simple things like this. This is what makes me mad. Okay. Okay, wisdom. Okay. Okay. So you're making a corruption test. Oh wow. So the way this would work, you would have to make 13 corruption tests to pass through Mirkwood. Yikes. Part of Mirkwood.
However.
However, what?
This dark place, I have resolved that I can be the light that chases away the shadows.
You can always plot a different route if you want to take a different route. The Eagle's Eyrie. It's not impossible to do.
What about calling the Eagles to help us?
I don't know if that works. You're not exactly equal friend.
Fine.
You're dead comment.
Are there the direction we're going? Is there any possibility of hailing down a caravan or something if we hit one city and?
There is no cities in between here.
No. All right.
You're going through the old forest road. You're basically taking the road that Bilbo and the dwarves took.
Well, who maintains a road that takes 3 months to travel?
The rules, basically, you guys are traveling through what's called blighted land. And blighted lands are absolutely miserable. It makes you angry, miserable, sad. And it's just no fun. So, in general, it's just no fun. So.
All right.
So basically, at this point, what you probably want to do is, I'm not going to make you make 13 corruption tests at this point, again, because there's only 2 of you, and 13 corruption tests is unbelievable. Oh my god, I can't believe that. 13 corruption tests.
Yeah,
no, actually, let's see, I'm going to have to reread that. But corruption takes every day. So 63 corruption tests? Yeah, not happening.
All right, so what about the fact that I'm from Mirkwood?
That sounds like it should be a bonus.
It actually does not matter.
That's silly.
It is. They basically. You have to see the map. I have to show it to you to show you how this looks. Why do they put you? Forest Road runs through that. That's not a blighted land, though, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Holy crap!
I would think that this would not be blighted land to me.
Given that our biggest,
it's close to Dol Guldur.
Given that our biggest concern is morale,
yeah,
and I happen to be centered around being inspirational. Yeah. Can I keep our spirits up with stories? Make an inspiration test to match the valor test to give a small bonus on them or something like that?
Corruption test. I can make it. If you do things like that, I can drop the difficulty of it. Is what happens.
And I can also share tales of when the Mirkwood was the Greenwood.
Yeah, before it became evil and dark and the Necromancer moved in.
All right, so we will try to one-up one another with horror stories and hope that makes each other braver.
That's not what I was thinking.
Still, I mean,
oh, come on. You know about the dwarf with the hook hand? Let me tell you about him.
The dwarf with the hook hand.
Yeah, he thought he was going to be a pirate.
Well, what's he going to pirate on? The Long Lake or the Grey Havens?
Long Lake.
I think it'd be funny if he crashed a ship into Smog. That's just me. I've always wondered what that looks like. Are like Smog's legs sticking out of the water? I think the Hobbit actually says he goes fully underwater.
Mm-hmm.
He falls into the depths. But it also says he falls into the shallows. So makes sense of that too. Only Tolkien. Yeah, Tolkien is awesome. So yeah, as it stands, I'm not making you make 63 corruption tests. You know how ludicrous 63 corruption test is?
Even with no difficulty, that would not work out well.
You guys are going to be so corrupted, you're going to be like insane by the time you get to the end. You're like, I'm crazy.
At the end of a week, forget it.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not. Hey. Anytime your shadow score passes your hope score, you're miserable.
Uh-huh.
If you're miserable again while you're already miserable, you start suffering bouts of madness. You start going crazy. No, it's just not cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fix that statement and say I'm going to only ask you for like one corruption test.
I don't remember any of the elves suffering from this. All of the dwarves and humans did, though.
That's the thing. Like they actually, I wonder how that works. If that applies to corruption tests. Hang on a second. I'm gonna look something up. You might actually have a point here on something that the elves normally get. That's the hobbits. This is the elves, right? Yeah, it's the elves. Learn to do certain skills. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, that doesn't help you at all. Crap. Only common skills. You know what? I think that's a house roll for me, right there. I think that you're so at home in the forest that you should get a bone. That if you want to use hope point to affect this roll, you get your favored rating rather than your standard rating. Which, if you're wondering why every stat in the character sheet has two numbers, it actually even says favored. The top one is if you don't have the skill underlined. If the skill's underlined and you use a hope point, you get your favored. Because it's called a favored skill.
Oh. I wonder. I had a few skills that were underlined, and I thought it was just an error, and I clicked on them and turned them off and turned other ones on.
Oops.
So my sheet is totally messed up.
It's okay. I happen to have a copy of your sheet right here, so it works.
Beautiful.
That's the bride. I'm not looking for the bride. I'm not looking for the dwarves. There's Liston. You have. You're supposed to have Inspire, Stealth Search, and Craft.
Inspire, Stealth, Search, and Craft. Got it. Thanks.
Good mark. Yeah. So the underlying skills that give you favored rating. So at this point, I'm going to give you that benefit of the doubt. That's only supposed to apply to common skills because I think that's kind of stupid. You get it to everything else, but you don't get it to corruption test. Please tell me both of you guys have a wisdom of 2.
I have a wisdom of 1.
I have a wisdom of 1.
Oh, you guys are going to have fun with this. Okay, good luck.
I would like to spend a hope point to add my heart to this roll.
Go ahead and add your heart to the roll. You get to. That's actually what applies here. Your heart goes to the roll. So you may want to do the same thing, Ted. But you'll get your favorite heart rating, which is I think higher. I think yours is like a 6.
Mine is 8 as opposed to 7.
It's a 5. So
basically, you may want to spend a hope point here.
I'll spend a hope point. How do I roll this?
You just hit the little D12 next to your wisdom.
All right, so.
Oh, we're using wisdom, not valor.
No, you use wisdom. Wisdom is what you use for corruption.
Do I lower the target number by 5 or?
No. You keep the target number. Always stays the same.
Okay.
So unless I tell you a different target number. So
how do I add the 5?
You don't. We just have to add it after the roll. It's
okay.
Not like it's hard math for me. Actually, you auto-succeed because you roll a Gandalf rune. You are absolutely amazing. You actually don't have a favored heart rating for this. He's getting it because he's an elf.
Oh, got it, because he's from Mirkwood.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's ridiculous that he gets it to common skills but not corruption test when he's in his own homeland.
Yep.
Oh. It's killing me. So if you want to go ahead, did you roll yours? Yeah, you did. And you get it because you used a hope point. So you're both fine, perfectly fine. For the record, you guys normally want to hold off until after roll to announce you're using hope because you never know what the roll is going to give you. Like if you get a Gandalf rune,
you're allowed to hold off on it? That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, it encourages you to because if you get a Gandalf rune, it's an auto success. No matter what else you roll, a Gandalf rune is an auto success. It's amazing. It's like, yay. So yeah, nobody gains a shadow point at this point, which, like I said, I cannot believe they were like, oh yeah, for every day you're in this region, yeah, that's only like 60 days. According to your own journey rolls, that's only like 60 days. Oh my gosh. It gets even worse. I mean, this is terrible. Like, I wish I had 4 people here right now because this would actually make it easier. Because if I had 4 people, I would be throwing all this at you. Like, it tells me to make you make athletics rolls to make sure that you don't crash the boat and lose 3 endurance points just from having to get out of the ship to move it around every day. Oh, yeah. You can make awareness rolls every day. Oh, or you could use you can do 2 rolls every day for Explorer or Search to look for signs of passage of Balin. Man, it's ridiculous. And it doesn't help that you guys don't have the ability to get all the rolls filled for a journey. So it's really a pain in the butt. And actually, I will give you guys an awareness roll. If you guys can pull this off, that would be beautiful.
Not so much.
You know what just happened, don't you?
Oh, yes.
You got greedy. You started to slip into madness. Great. So what was yours again? Your first one is grasping. I actually, believe it or not, I believe it was, the freaking Gondorian suffered from dragon sickness eventually. which is why he tries to steal the ring. Well, Ted, you're perfectly okay, but you really, like, this is really stupid. Yeah. Oh, okay. I did that. Okay. You notice that you're being followed as you're floating down the river.
Being followed?
Yes, you are. You're being followed.
By another vessel or by someone to the side of the river?
On the side of the river, on foot.
Are we buying a vessel? Is that what you said?
No, you're being followed by a people on the ground. They're following you by the side of the river.
Humans?
You can't tell from your glance.
What do my elf eyes see?
I will wave and call to them.
Okay, you guys are going to call to them. They kind of come out, like they know they've been spotted at this point, so they're going to kind of come out and talk to you. So, who wants to talk to them? They're coming up to the side of the river where you guys are floating.
Hello over there!
What do they look like?
They look like elves, now that you're getting a close look at them. More precisely, they look like your kindred. Oh, wow. Courtesy. He gets a great success. Yeah, they're impressed with you. They're very impressed with, I keep forgetting this. Liston.
The elf is tired. Pay him no mind.
You
know how they never sleep? They actually need to.
You realize you're insulting a group of elves, right?
Right, that's what I heard too.
Oh, I didn't realize they were elves.
Racist! Racist!
Well, geez, if I known they were elves, I would have started with the insults.
You're the most racist, bigoted lakeman ever. For being a descendant of Bard, you absolutely have no respect for other people.
I say, what news? Why do you follow us? Maybe a little ruder than I should have.
You're being rude to them. Surprise. Ted being rude, never. Oh, I can't hardly breathe. This is dumb. More than a week of doing that. I'm tired of it. It's really sickening. Anyways, so the guy at the front of the group, he kind of beckons you to make land, and he'll go ahead and talk to you.
Sure.
We'll ask the pilot if he can.
You're the pilot.
Oh, then we will.
Just us, right?
Yeah, it's just you.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are gonna talk to him. He comes over, and as you go over to him, Caronthir, you recognize him as Galleon, the former cupbearer who kind of, sort of, got trashed and let a bunch of dwarves and a hobbit escape.
What's his name?
Galleon.
Like 2 pints in a quart, 4 quarts in a galleon?
No. Galion. Elves and their funny names.
I say, hail to you, Galleon.
Yeah. He now recognizes you as one of his kindred, and he gives you a pretty enthusiastic greeting. Ooh. So he gives you an enthusiastic greeting. He asks what you're doing down here.
We are seeking Uh, Balin and Oyen, they have left the Lonely Mountain, and uh, Glowin is concerned for them. They've been gone a very long time.
Of course, they're probably back by now because that was 3 months ago.
Okay, well, he tells you that he was following the two filthy dwarves down the river, and that they followed them for quite a while, but that they kind of just disappeared one night. And he thinks they may have slipped away in the cover of night to get away from them.
So they knew you were following them?
He seems to think so. He's pretty positive on that.
Yeah, huh. That must be unusual to be spotted by a couple dwarves.
How many
He
people are
scowls
in
at you.
Galleon's party?
It does not tell me, so I'm going to guess there's probably 12 or more. There's quite a few. I gotta take a shot of Robitussin because I'm about to my head's about to split open. By the way, Ted, this is what happened all day Friday. So if you're wondering what happened Friday, yeah. I woke up feeling like I was dying. In fact, I'm pretty convinced I'm still dying. But either way.
Don't die. That's not necessary.
I was pretty close to it Friday. I'm serious, man. After Thursday, I got up at 6:20 on Thursday, and an hour later, I was having a nurse practitioner ram a catheter down my throat. By the way, while I had a cold. So I had one nostril I could breathe out of. The other was occupied by a freaking catheter. Yeah, that was uncomfortable, buddy. Do not advise you ever needing to have a swallow test. So, what else are you doing?
So, where did you lose their trail at?
He says that we lost it. Let's see if it tells me approximate mileage. It just says for miles. He says they lost it quite a few miles down the river.
About how long ago was that?
A few days ago.
Good.
Can you show us the spot?
He kind of looks over and says, we can, but I don't think you're going to find anything of use there. And he tells you that you might as well follow them on foot.
Fine, but we need a starting point.
Well, you're going to be in a starting point. They were following him through the long marshes right where you're at.
So this is where you lost sight of them, right where we are.
Yes.
And what direction were they headed at the time?
He tells you they look like they were headed west. Sorry, I have to think about how the map looks.
I think to myself, but don't say out loud. This is the second time Galleon has let Balin and Owen get away.
Yes, it is. I wonder if he realizes these are the same dwarves that got away the first time.
All right.
So he proceeds to lead you up. The other elves make preparations to kind of get your boat and hide it the best they can, so nobody knows you're there. Because elves are paranoid.
Oh, thank you.
Do they have any wine?
No, he's kind of on probation for drinking too much.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Yes, it is. That's what happens when you drink too much, especially in Tolkien's world. And he was a Catholic man.
Yeah. Too bad. Caranthir's been talking about elven wine the whole way over.
It takes you guys about. They're able to sure-footedly get you there relatively quickly, but it still takes you about 2 days to get there. They're even with their sure-footed path. And once you get there, you notice that it is on a patch of dry land rising to the west of the river course, a few miles north of where a stream descends from the mountains of Markwood to join the running river. It will probably take most of the second day of travel in the marsh to get there, just in time to have a look around before darkness falls. Okay. You can easily
Seems
search
fine.
there. If you guys want to, you can look around there.
Yep. So tracking, survival, perception,
Search.
search.
That's the one I want. Okay. I'm going to. Nope, my wits is only 2. I'm not going to spend a point.
Well, you know what's good? Well, here's the good thing with you right now. You are no longer considered to be journeying because you're at your location, so you are no longer miserable.
Our
Dude.
spirits have been brightened by the fact that we ran into elves and we have seen, we know that we're within days of them as opposed to we don't know where they've been for 90 days.
I have search underscored. That means that I can add the
Your favorite rating. Yes, you can add the favorite rating.
So
It doesn't matter. Wait, no, it doesn't matter. If you ever roll an Eye of Sauron, it's an auto failure. Just like the
I didn't realize I
is.
rolled that.
No. Again, that's what I'm saying. Good thing you are no longer considered to be miserable, huh?
Yes, indeed. All right.
Well, Zai got there a little late on that one, didn't he? A little late to the party there, buddy. Okay.
What's that?
Zai was he posted in the Skype chat.
Is he gonna join us here?
No, at this point I don't think he's gonna have. He can try. I can see. In between the terribly racist barding and the elf that just is trying his hardest not to give a crap, I'm not sure what's going to happen next.
It's not that I don't care.
You're an elf. You're just arrogant and don't care about people. It's okay. It's totally okay. So nobody found no heart. So at this point, none of that applies to you. You guys are able to, are actually not actually able to, believe it or not. Because you didn't even succeed in the search roll. You're just taking a guess this is where they camped, because they said this is where they camped.
Well, there can't be more than,
Well,
there can't be that many campfires.
Let's do this by reverse engineering. If I had been traveling this way, I'm just going to look for the best place to set up a camp, damn it, and set up our camp there and look in the morning. Off the reckoning that from this region, if we didn't ask what time of day it was when they lost sight of him, damn it.
It would have been night. They would have done that at night.
So then they would have been planning to make their camp soon. So I want to walk half-mile radius or so. It'll take us a little while, but walk and find what looks to me like the ideal campground.
You're going to find the ideal campground. Okay.
Just from a standpoint of defensive, near the road, etc.
Flat, dry space.
You're pretty much in the right spot. I mean, this is a great campsite.
All right.
Is there a campfire?
Doesn't appear to be a tunnel space for that, but
or disturbed earth where a campfire may have been kicked over.
Yeah, I was going to say I want to dig a little bit and see if there's any sign of ashes under a layer of topsoil.
Yeah, I mean, you get a little bit of a feel that this was a campsite, but at this point, you guys are getting a little bit of a feel that this is a campsite, but you can't be sure that it was theirs. You're just going to have to trust Galleon at this point that this was their site.
Great, we got to trust the elf. Okay.
The good news is, as you guys are getting ready to, as you guys are exploring, you know what? I'm going to throw up a D2. So, no, not 1D, not 12D2. Oh, dadgummit. Oops. Gotta do the double brackets. I forgot about that. I'm not doing it right. I'm stupid, apparently. There we go. Okay. Ted, as you're wandering around the edges, you see what appears to be a corpse of some kind of just outside of the camp.
Is it vertical? Is it a zombie
No, it's flat on its
laying
back.
down?
Yeah, it's flat on its
Okay.
back. It's supine.
Is it human?
From your look, no, it is not human. It's
What's
very
it dressed
much
in?
human. Loincloth,
So an orc, a goblin,
much larger.
a ogre, or a cave troll?
There's no ogres here. You're clutch. You're troll. Troll's right. But what kind of troll is it?
A mountain troll?
It would actually be.
Hello.
Hey, Zach. You could try hunting or lore, either one. And actually, if you want to do lore, you have Mirkwood lore as a specialty, which automatically gives you a success. So
Let's do that.
you are aware this is a stone troll.
Okay, so a stone troll in a loincloth. Does he have anything else on him? How long has he been dead?
He looks like he still has his club and everything next to him. He's been dead for at least a couple days.
Cause of death?
And there's axe wounds in him.
Ah.
Troll-sized axe or man-sized axe?
No, Balin-sized axe.
That's what I...
Or balance-sized axe, right?
Balance-sized axe.
So this is a good sign. Okay, so there's a stone troll, and he's been cut to death. Trolls in Middle-earth don't regenerate, right?
Yeah, they don't. They basically get crap beat at them, though. Ooh. I know you guys were appreciative of that in your ears.
So, this means we're a day away from them. Is there a way we can increase our speed?
Not really. Actually, here I think you can, believe that or not. I think here you're actually capable of it.
If we're within a day, and it's
By the way,
above the tree line.
By the way, Zai, if you want to go to the character journals, you can look at the character journals that are available, and you can grab whichever one you want to use, and we can explain kind of everything as it goes along, because everything's pretty simple how it works. You got through you bypassed the most complicated part. I was trying to figure out how long it was going to take for them to get across this area. Oh my God, that was complicated.
Yes.
60-something days.
Here's an opportunity to see Jad's character walking up. I'm gonna climb.
I want to see him play the halfling personally.
Oh, that'd be great.
Is it on a Google Drive or on Roll?
No, it's actually go to the journals on Roll20. If you open the Roll20 app, you should be able to get in there. Hang on a second, I can scroll up and get the join link for you real quick too. Hang on. I keep forgetting that I have to get you the join link for to let you come into the room. Just a second here. I just posted the join link in the Google Plus chat, so you can get into that. But yeah, so at this point, yeah, you guys are actually able to get there pretty quick. You can get there. I think you're back into ×3 area, so you actually speed up a little bit here.
×3 area? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you're in the ×3 area at this point. Because you're out of the daunting area. You guys are somewhere over in this direction. So you're over here closer to the old ford.
I lost connection. I seem to be back now.
Yeah, heck was that all up. Man, this thing hates me for some odd reason. I sometimes even want to see the halfling come wandering through the marsh. Nobody will ever take the halfling entrance I had where I skipped. I totally skipped.
Okay, where is that link posted?
It's in the Google Hangout chat.
I'm not seeing anything in chat except Miss Cole. Kyle left. Scott joined. Miss Cole.
Right. Not in Skype. In the Google Hangout.
Yeah, I'm in. That's
You don't see it at 9:47?
I have nothing on here. I might be in the wrong place though.
I just dropped it again at 9:48. And he just dropped it again.
Yep.
No, that's the wrong one.
Right. If you go to the one
never
that
mind.
Scott
Sorry.
dropped, if you go to the one that Scott dropped, you can get your roll 20 from there.
True. He could do that too, but why complicate it? We want to complicate things.
It's the same window kind of thing. It works out pretty well. Better than Skype, if you ask me.
I actually I may start using more of Hangouts because of things like being able to auto-record your games if I want to do that, and people are okay with it. I'm not going to do it with our mage game because we're so deep in the game now. If I tried to record it, people would be like, I don't understand what's going on.
There may be stuff that goes on in that game I don't want on the internet.
Me too. Ted, does that include zapping people with dildos and laughing hysterically at a list of bad porn movies?
The second one for sure. Just the first one was not me. I'm just saying.
You were involved. You were totally guilty by association.
I was in the room. I was locking the door. That's what I did.
And then the demon comes out, breaks away from the tether, and takes off through downtown Knoxville. So, whatever.
Okay, so
this troll doesn't have money on him or anything, does he?
No. He's a troll.
No, a dwarf got to him first. There's no money on him. Tell you that much. If there's anybody who can loot, it's a dwarf.
Dwarf
Yeah.
everywhere. Anyways, what were you asking, Zai?
I don't think this iOS app actually even has like a chat function on here.
For Google Hangouts? Yeah, it does. On the left-hand side, the very top should be like a blue little box that looks like text box. If you're in the Hangout, you should see that.
All I see is some dude scratching his nose.
That would be me, and I will drop it in Skype. It'll save us time.
All right.
There you go.
All right. Come to save the day.
Of course you are. You're special. I'm only itching my nose because God knows I feel like I'm freaking dying again. It might have something to do with suddenly yesterday deciding that it was going to drop to like 15 degrees and turn into a sheet of ice here.
Where is here?
Western North Carolina.
You'll get no cheers from me. I'm in the Boston area.
Yeah, but you live in Boston. That's like me complaining about living in Montana.
No. We've had 100 inches, and the last recorded record was 70 inches. It's been nuts.
We have had a very mild winter here in
Minnesota. The last winter I was in Great Falls, we had 12 feet.
That's impressive.
I don't want to hear it.
But it is very cold here now.
Yeah, it's cold all over the country unless you live in Florida. My friend was complaining about being 60 in Florida. Almost choked him. It's 60 here. Yeah, screw you too. It's 20 here, and I can't walk up the steps.
Yeah.
Had to take cat litter and pour it over the steps so you can get some traction so nobody falls.
Woes of friends of mine in Los Angeles right now are that the tomatoes are not at their height right now.
That's like chokeable, isn't it? Just slap him in the face like 3, 4, 5 times. Check my Coke now. Okay, again?
Yeah, I have it up on my computer and also on my iPad. Post the journal now. I think I'm in the right place.
Yeah, their journals should be visible to you. There should be like 4 journals visible to you. Should have Belly.
Where do I click to see those?
Click on the journal tab. It'll be a tab that looks like a folded newspaper.
Mo, YouTube, Google. On the left here?
No. Do you see the D20 icon down on the left?
Oh, okay, I got it.
Okay, yeah. Under roll 20,
Belly,
there's a
Run.
yeah, and then there should be Trotter and the Bride.
Trotter sounds cool. Who's this
Yeah,
guy?
he's the halfling.
Prosperous smoking storytelling.
Yeah, I love the fact that one of the traits you can get is smoking. I get high like a champ.
Oh, I was like, it just gives me negative.
So then that's a key question: is the bride smoking?
No,
I
unfortunately.
get negatives to all cardio rolls.
All cardio.
All right.
It's worth getting you in this game this late just for that.
I will be Trotter. I'm trotting along.
As you guys are exploring, suddenly there's a
So
half.
here we are,
Ground.
many miles from civilization, and a halfling strolls up.
He's smoking a pipe, kind of wandering around smoking a pipe, and you're like, wait, where did that come from?
I pull up with a Cheech and Chong van, roll the windows down, all this smoke just pours out.
Well, that's another question, Ted. Do you really want the whole pedo van thing going out on the internet?
Oh.
Probably not.
Probably safest. I don't really want a visit from the FBI party van. I'm good without that.
Well, if the race war part didn't make it, I think we're fine no matter what.
Well, we've never recorded our games before, so.
I recorded the first one, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we did the very first one, but that's before everything fell apart and everyone responsible left the game except Ted. I think Ted's the only one who's still responsible in the game. Is that sad, Ted?
I don't ever think of myself as responsible.
You're still more responsible than the rest of us.
I have a
Yeah,
leather
most are Friday group.
with 2 T's in it, and it gives me a bonus.
Oh, that's awesome. That's hilarious. Ugh, sorry. Okay, seriously, now you guys get to scout.
So you need a roll?
Yeah, this is actually going to be a little more complicated series of rolls. Who has the best Explorer or Search?
Explorers.
I've got a 2 in either.
I got nothing in either, so that's you.
I have 2 in both.
Okay. You guys, whoever wants to roll it, or both of you can do it if you really want.
I have
you're gonna-
search underscored, so I can add my favored wits, which is 5.
Yes. Okay, so what you want to do is when you're rolling those skills, you're trying to get 6 successes to get all the information. For every 2 successes you give me, I get to give you information.
So did Trotter join us?
Yeah, Trotter joined you. You guys, seriously, you find this, like, for whatever reason, he's at the bottom of the mountains of Mount Markwood.
I got stuck underneath the troll.
Well, I was also thinking that maybe you were with the elf.
I don't think so, seeing how he hates hobbits now. Again, this whole thing about a hobbit getting him to lose his job and put him out in the middle of nowhere. You angry too?
Fine.
I love that resignation, Ted.
Okay, so what is this roll? We have either explore or search.
Yes. And if you click on the D12 next to the skills on the character sheet, it will auto-roll them for you.
Explore is underline. Well, if it auto does it, let me just click it and see what happens.
Yep. Well, the underline does a special thing. What you can do, after you make a roll, if you fail it, you can choose to spend what's called a point of... You have points of hope. There's a hope score. And you can actually spend a point of hope to add your favorite attribute to an underlined skill. So for Explorer, which I believe is also a wit skill. No, Explorer is not. Explorer is a body skill. So you would actually be able to add 7 to the total if you fail for any reason.
Okay, so input value target number.
14. Just leave it at 14. That's the general difficulty for this game.
Submit.
Yay! He actually does well. So you don't even need to worry about it. He succeeds. Yay! Scott G is... Oh, poor Scott. You're just like, yeah.
Hey, I'm just happy it was another Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, we don't need to make you miserable yet again. You need to be really miserable. Here, be thieving. Okay, if you guys want to keep making those rolls. Basically, it just represents a certain amount of time as you guys are looking around.
Okay, so we're rolling for every whatever hour, 2 hours that we're searching something.
Yeah, pretty much every hour, 2 hours. It doesn't give me a length there, so you can invoke that, but I wouldn't worry about it because Scott just got 3 successes. So, by the way, do you see that little T sign next to the 6s?
Yeah.
Okay, anytime you get a Tangwar rune, which is what that is, it gives you additional ranks of success. For 1, you get a great success. For 2, you get extraordinary successes. For the purpose of doing these kind of rolls, a great success equals 2, an extraordinary success equals 3. So you're actually getting a piece of information here.
So Scott, you're playing lift stand?
Yep.
You guys find several stretches of the marsh are strewn with bones of different ages. The remains belong to animals and men. So you just found a butt ton of bones. Congrats.
I'm not the only one who heard you say Asians, right?
No, I said Liftstone. Yay. 8. Dude, really? You're really hooked up on race, man. Racist.
Ranger find marsh strewn with Asians and stone.
Said remains. How'd you get Asians out of remains?
All right, it's recorded. I'll listen to the tapes. I'll check the tapes.
Funny.
Totally. You're an awful human being.
Aren't we all?
Well, I knew I was, but seriously, I got told earlier that I was a bigot and that I was discriminatory and that I was just a terrible human being because I had religious objections to homosexual marriage. Legitimate religious objections to homosexual marriage, and I'm a bigot. Apparently.
We should get back to the game.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny. I had somebody tell me that. Whatever. By the way, Ted, my teacher's being forced to regrade all my assignments for this class.
Because your teacher's gay?
No, because my teacher's a complete wench who let her personal feelings about what I said reflect on my grade rather than just grading me by Rubik.
So he got a great success. I'm going to segue it back to the Marsh.
Yep. No, she's a... I think Liftstand's a guy, right? Yeah, Liftstand's a guy.
Yeah.
I don't know that Ted's character's a guy, but I'm going to assume it is.
He is a guy. It doesn't specifically say that, but look at those knuckles.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It has to be a guy. There's only one chick, I think, with a pre-gens, and that's the bride. Anyways, you guys found the several stretches of marsh that are strewn with bones of differing ages. The remains belong to animals and men. So,
okay, again, cause of death? How long they've been dead?
Length of time?
They really aren't giving that much information. I wish they did. I'm going to have to make this up. It looks...
Is there flesh?
Hang on, let me see how these things attack, and I'll tell you how they died. Looks like there's bite marks, gnaw marks, and claw marks on them.
Okay, so they were killed by some kind of beast.
Or the corpses were eaten by some sort of scavenger beast.
Very perceptive.
How decayed are they?
Very, they're bones, so...
Are they still wearing anything?
No. I mean, like, this point, the actual prompt is ancient bones, so I'm guessing they're pretty old. Clothing's probably decayed away. It's also in a marsh. So.
How many?
Done. It says a lot, so it's strewn, so you're talking quite a few.
Like a party size or like a army size?
I wouldn't go army size, but you're guessing it's probably been done over a long period of time. There's probably hundreds, if not more. Really gotta stop burping into this mic. I'm sorry, guys. So, if you guys want to keep going and see what else you find, maybe Scott will get lucky and roll another triple win. And you get the last 2 clues you need. Or maybe I will. Oh, did he ever email me? He never did send me the letter, huh? Well, I guess. Well, he must not have finished it. Okay. Scott's got another one, so you're going to get another clue. Zai, do you want to invoke your hope point to make that a success?
No, I'll leave it.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
It's a one shot. Not like you're going to be using those some other game.
Yeah, sure do. Eventually, I do plan to run this as a full game. I just don't know when. Got so much crap going on right now. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to put a third game together. Mm-hmm. The last vestiges of an ancient town jut out from the slime and the mud like stubbed fingers and broken teeth. Lonely pillars, small marble arches, and wet walls with grinning gargoyles stare at the unexpected visitors.
Does it look like you can deign what race built it? Is it an elvish ruin? Is it a halfling ruin? A dwarven?
It's an ancient town. I would guess it's going to be either elvish or dwarvish. Near the mountains. So it could even be goblin, for Pete's sake. It is the mountains of Mark.
I could never tell the difference between goblin and elf bones.
Me either. I mean, if you watch the movies, you probably could. All the goblins are hunched over.
They're both lightweight. The skulls are extra small. What do you do?
Well, I was thinking, like, if you watch the Lord of the Rings movies, all the goblins are hunched over. They're like the hunch of doom.
Yeah, but they work hard at that hunch. It's all in the muscles.
It really does. Until you see Lurtz, and Lurtz is like ridiculously big. You know the guy that plays him, Samoan, right?
Yeah.
And he's a big Samoan. You know he also played the freaking oh god, I just lost what it was. He played another character too. The orc commander at the Battle of the Planar Fields. That's the same guy. Useless Lord of the Rings fact. I'm full of these guys.
Wait, the charging one?
No, the guy. You know the guy that rides the warg and he jumps out of the way of the giant piece of wall as they shoot it from the ricochet.
Yeah. He kind of looks around with like kind of a snarky look at the people who are trying to move back.
Yeah, that's the same guy that played Lurtz.
Lurtz, the character that was not in the books.
Yeah. I actually like the addition of Lurtz. I thought Lurtz was actually a decent addition to the movie. It gave a little more life to the orcs that chase down the Fellowship in the movies. If you read the books, the orcs are just kind of like, yeah, we're chasing people. We're stereotypical red shirts. So, you guys want to roll again? We need one more success from Zai or 2 more from Scott, and we'll be able to get the last.
I will spend another point and make that a success.
Okay, so we need one more success from either one of you. You guys want to roll again?
I just said I will spend.
No, you still need one more. You got 5.
Oh, we still need one more? Okay.
Yeah, you got 5. We got 1 for Zai and 5 for you.
I'll do one more roll. If not, I'll use a point.
Nah, you fell anyways. You can't succeed with the Eye of Sauron.
Oh.
You absolutely are evil. Eye of Sauron is like bad juju Magumbo.
I've stepped
Even
on
worse.
Broken.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you trip and fall face first in the mud.
Yeah.
Congrats. You gonna throw up another roll there, Scott?
Now I'll spend another point and make it done.
Okay, you're done. You find a small boat. It has sunk under the marshy waters, but is visible from the surface as the water is just a few feet deep. It looks damaged as if something slashed at it with fangs or claws. But there seems to be no sign of 2 missing dwarves there, so...
Is it shipwrecked or is it floating?
It's underneath the water, underneath the shallows.
Oh, okay.
We suspect that they were on it. Any kind of indication that they were on it, or it's just a boat?
You take a pretty good guess that's their boat. You can puzzle that out. I'm not going to be mean to you. Come on. When have I ever been mean to you? Don't answer that. Neither one of you get to answer that.
Well, I did call you on Valentine's Day, and you never returned my call. That kind of hurt my feelings.
You did? Did you call me in the group?
Sent you a couple naughty pictures too. No reply.
Yeah, see, no, you creep. That's freaky. It's too freaky for me. See, though, I do some naughty pictures of me, but you don't want to see them. Trust me. I'm fat and kind of gross, and what I'll do is I'll wait until I get a surgical scar, and then I'll just take pictures of it, close-up pictures of it, and see if you can figure out what it is.
It's an armpit.
Kind of creepy. At least you guys don't drool over my sister, okay? Every group of friends I have drools over my sister.
Oh, wait. You going to put a link?
Oh, Lord, no. I'm not doing that.
Wait, you have a hot sister?
I have a sister who works in film.
Oh, are you Facebook friends with her? I'm going to creep on her right now.
Good luck finding her. Her last name's not Hood.
I know it when I see it.
You won't. Actually, you might. She looks like me if I was a woman.
Maybe it is you.
Mm-mm.
Pulling a Dallas.
Trust me, I could never pull that off. I also couldn't pull off giving birth to 3 kids.
That'd be a tough one.
It would.
How long has the boat been sunk here?
You're guessing maybe a day or 2. You can't be far behind.
There has to be a way to go faster. But, they're going the steady pace, and for some reason they've also picked up their pace.
Yeah.
We're not finding tracks or anything?
With all the success and the fact that he got another great success, I'll give you find some tracks, but they don't look like dwarf tracks. Oh, Lord.
Are they? Does it look like another group is following them?
It's a little confused. And a lot of them, there's quite a few of them in the soft mud right there by where the boat sunk.
Is it enough that we need a boat to cross? We need some sort of boat to ferry us across, or?
No, like I said, he got an extraordinary and great success. I'm not going to screw you guys on this. It looks like the tracks start leading back from the boat towards the sunken city.
I gotta go grab a power cord. I'll be right back.
No problem. Take time.
Who are we looking for?
You are looking for Oin and Ballin. Who are currently wandering loose in the woods, or you think they are anyways.
And we're about a day's march behind them?
You're guessing that this boat wreck happened about a day and a half ago, so wherever they are, they're either a day ahead of you or they've been captured. That's your guess from the fact that the boat has been wrecked and the footprints lead back towards the ruins. I feel fat. I ate 10 peeps in like less than 10 hours. I ate 10 peeps in like 5 hours.
You ate 10 pizzas?
Peeps, the marshmallow peeps. God, I love those things. Mostly because it's like eating straight sugar, but whatever.
Oh, I get a headache when I eat sugar.
That might be why I have a headache.
I'm gonna lose a toe if I eat too much sugar.
So I shouldn't tell you that I found flavored chicks? Flavored peeps?
I like Kinder eggs.
Oh, Kinder eggs are amazing. Did you ever have the ones with the liquor in them?
No.
My friend has a grandmother who's from Germany, and she goes back once a year. And she comes back with tons of German candy, so she brings back the Kinder eggs with whiskey in them.
That sounds amazing.
Instead
of the toy, it's just a shot?
Yeah, my friend got drunk on them. He ate like 7 of them. Didn't realize it was like 90 proof liquor in there.
Jeez.
So it's like 90 proof liquor, and he ate 7 90 proof liquor shots.
And then
Chocolate does not do anything.
I'm back.
We're talking about whiskey, the whiskey-filled Kinder candy that you get from Germany. You ever had it?
I have not.
Oh, it's amazing. My friends have given me it. It pays off when you have a friend that has a grandmother from Germany. She's a little, her grandmother's a little bit crazy because she's a Holocaust survivor. But you can still milk her for a lot of things. By the way, my monster is sitting on me. What do you want?
So do you guys want to check out the ruins? Because it sounds like, or it looks like, some of the tracks that we're finding are leading to the ruins. Maybe they picked them up. We don't know.
Whoa.
That makes sense to me.
Since I found all the way in there, I think I need a little rest. I'll let you go check out the ruins.
Well, let's do this. Roll for initiative. Damn it.
The initiative system in this game is very wonky. The combat system in this game is going to be a lot different when you guys finally get into one. It's kind
I
of
always hate when somebody in the group's like, okay, I'll pull the lever, and then the GM said, okay, now give me a speed defense roll. Oh, damn it.
No. I saw a trap one time, and this guy goes, I pull it right as my throw cream is about to say, don't pull the lever because it's trapped. He pulls it. We all go down a super fun slide of doom into a pit. Which then proceeded to split the party because me and 2 other people were able to get out of the pit and everyone else had to walk their way back up.
Yeah, leave them there.
We did. It was me, the sorcerer, the paladin, and one other person got out of the pit. Everyone else got stuck. Because Thrycreen can jump without running. So I basically leaped like 30 feet in the air and 20 feet across. It was ridiculous. Thank God for 4E rolls.
Well,
So, yeah.
I am keen-eyed. That's one of my distinctive features, so I will wander into the ruins.
Yes, you are. You're keen-eyed. Hang on. Kat, you're making this difficult. Do you do this every time I try to watch or read or do something important? Huh? Do you have to do this when I'm reading? Okay, sorry. Okay. You guys managed to find your way deep into the ruins, and there's a pool of deep, dark water there. The ruins are more prominent as if this was a place where the main building of the sunken town once rose. There's a remains of a great marble arch can be seen on the distant shore, still holding a massive wooden gate. The other walls of the building now crumbled into the mud. On the treetops around the pole, there are gore crows that croak. Yeah. And as you guys are kind of standing there, you start to hear the slow, soft ringing of a bell. Everybody needs to give me a wisdom test.
Can I hear it from outside the ruins?
Are you really not going in with us?
Yeah.
I'm tired. I've been hunting everywhere while you guys are sitting on your arses.
Okay. Just to be fair, Zai, this may be an opportunity to spend. That is the second time you've done that. That is not right. Zai, this may be an opportunity to spend your hope point to succeed because you do not want to fail this test.
Oh, I was going to let it rock, but okay.
I promise this will be an ugly test to fail.
So I'll just click the negative arrow. I'll go from 17 to 16. Hope.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did it.
Okay. So you guys now you have this pool of water and you hear the bell ringing, but you're kind of resisting it. What do you guys want to do? You don't see any way around this place. It doesn't seem to have anywhere you can enter. The ruins are pretty incomplete. No real complete buildings or anything. Stupid rotten cat.
The trail or the footprints that we're following cut through this?
They go straight into the water.
What does the water look like?
It is dark, almost like ink.
I'll try to find a stone or a pebble or something and drop it to see how deep it is.
It seems fairly deep, but at the same time, it's water. You can't really hit a rock at the bottom of water.
Do we have any light with us? Torches or anything like that? Let's see. Nope.
We have what we need, is what I understood.
You know, with your keen eye, I'm going to give you something here because you need it. You notice footprints that look about like dwarves, and they go right up to the pool of water and just right in.
They drowned. Oh no!
I want you to be the one going back to tell Goyne that he already hates the elf.
Huh. Well, I will. Let's see.
I'm going to switch you guys onto a map here in a second and ignore it because you're going to have to go here in just a second.
What does Corinthia have, like weapon-wise?
I got a spear.
Well, you got everything that's listed on your sheet. You got a spear, a dagger, and a sword. Ow! Oh!
Uh-oh.
You guys get one guess at that. Anyone who's played My Friday game knows exactly what that pain means. Cat on chest, I cry. What do you think? Oh, she's going to give me another nipple at some point.
There's a video I saw on YouTube of a girl who's like on Twitch. She's streaming on Twitch, and she has her cat lying like around her neck.
She's going to go again. Damn.
And then she starts messing with the cat, and the cat scratches her eye, and like the cornea doesn't rip, but there's blood like spewing around the eyelid, and the cornea is ripped, and she's yelling, "What do I do? What do I do?"
Gross. Like, I don't mess with her like that. She didn't mean to right there, I don't think, but she's barely drew blood, but dang, that hurts. She tears into my skin when she jumps off. She doesn't realize she's hurting me, I don't think, but I'm going to have to get her nails clipped. I think I'm going to have to take her and get her nails clipped at some point. I can't have her nails that long. They're hurting me. She hurts me when she needs me.
You got to get one of those squirt water bottles.
Well, what I really need to do is probably invest in soft paws, but I'm not doing that right now.
I have a bow, so 1, 2, 3, not it. I'll watch you go.
1, 2, 3, not it. I love that statement. That might have been the epic statement of the game. I have a bow, so on 1, 2, 3, not it.
It's fine.
It's worth playing with you guys on this game just to have this kind of interruption. Okay.
You're a short little hobbit, and I'm a big tall elf. I will go first.
All right, one step goes in the water. Does anything happen?
No. And the deeper it gets in the water, he eventually disappears under the water.
Before I get in the water, I'll be poking around with my spear first.
Doesn't seem anything dangerous in the water. I mean, you're not rousing anything.
Okay.
So, as you submerge, you get down and you kind of start filling out in front of you, and you feel an opening.
Wait, what do you mean submerged? We're underwater, or we're like?
No, Ted will be underwater. He's completely underwater at this point. You feel a opening there right in front of you. And it doesn't feel like it's blocked up. It feels like you could probably go through it if you want.
All right, I'm going to pop my head back up. I'm going to tell them I found an opening. I'm going through it.
Everyone want to come. Poor Ted's going to do this whole last part of the adventure by himself because everyone's terrified of going in the opening.
I'm gonna relay that outside, and then I'll follow him, just so he knows where we've gone.
Yeah. Well. Okay, Ted, this is what you get. The opening leads to a short passage that emerges into a half-flooded chamber. The room is completely devoid of any feature, barring wet stone walls and a dark doorway leading to the main cellar. The complex reeks of dying and rotting things. It's dark, dank, and cold. Its stone floor is covered by film. It's the film of stagnant water. And what you walk into.
So, are we now on the map?
Yeah, you'd be right down here in chamber 1. If I can get it to actually go up there, guys.
All right. Okay. And is there a dry place to stand in here?
It's dry. It's just kind of, once you get out of the water, it's dry. It's a little bit, there's stagnant water kind of on the floor and stuff, and it's dank because it's near the water, but it's dry overall. It stinks of stagnant water. It stinks of dying, rotting things.
Yep. So I'm going to stand perfectly still and listen.
Okay, you're going to listen. That would actually be an awareness.
All right, coming up.
Okay, so you succeeded at that. You don't seem to hear a whole lot. You continue hearing the bell, but it seems louder down here. Is anybody else coming down?
I should be there.
I just walked down after having been asked to. Should I roll that wisdom check?
No, don't worry about it.
I'm going to put my character on the map.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to drop a character so you know where you're standing.
How would I do that?
You can just drag them from the bio on the journal.
Okay.
If you go into your bio, just take your picture on the bio page. Go back.
It's been a while.
Yeah. All you gotta do is. God, I can't speak today. God, I am really having one of them days, aren't I? I can't bring this down. What the heck? Yeah, there you go. Everyone's down there, and I gotta resize you guys. So give me a second. I gotta make you small enough to fit on this map, which is probably about a half by half. So you're gonna be minuscule on this map. So
that's fine. I'm just looking for a marker.
No, I'm letting you know it's gonna be kind of small. Like I said, Lifston is really tiny now.
You can just make me a color. That might be easier. Like blue or something.
I'm going to make the Hobbit even smaller. Make him 0.25 by 0.25. Represent a small size. The good thing is this game doesn't rely on grid maps or any of that other nonsense, so I don't actually have to worry about your size or any of that.
I only play games that strictly have grids.
Yeah, whatever. Liar. You're playing Mage. I know that's not true. Anyways, so somebody wants to go up to the next room?
I do. I want to stand there and listen as well. If I don't see anything.
Okay. Let's see how the. Where do we go to? I need to make sure I'm here. Blah blah blah.
Okay. That's what you hear.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm reading something. Okay, first I'm going to describe the room, then I'll tell you what you hear. Okay. This is a vast vaulted chamber presenting 6 arched openings, leading 3 on the right side and 3 on the left, leading to several smaller cellars. The farthest doorway on the right side is larger. Its arc decorated with stones of many colors. In a wall opposite the opening to the flooded cellar, there is a narrow vertical chimney leading to the surface. A faint breeze can be felt as somebody sticks his head into the chimney. Yeah, I should have said that.
I should not have said that.
Inside the chimney hangs a bell rope.
Is the wind moving it?
No. This one's doesn't seem to be ringing. This is not the one you're hearing. And if you look inside the confined space of the chimney, is littered with crow feathers and bird deposits. Nice way of putting crap.
Do the tracks pick up?
The tracks do not pick up. There's not enough. It's hard stone floors, so unfortunately, you're not going to be able to track them very easily here.
Here, does he hear anything aside from the bell?
Yeah. He is hearing something that sounds like almost like a growling and grumbling coming from the left. It's coming from kind of over here.
Well, I was first concerned that we hadn't ate enough.
Please don't attack my pill bottle. Cthulhu, you're getting used. Get away. Forgive me, Cthulhu. I just threw a $40 Cthulhu at a cat.
Oh,
I thought that was your cat's name.
Yeah, I thought the name was Cthulhu.
No. Christmas Cthulhu. Used to be on a tree topper. When I had a tree. And a house.
Alright, so with my spear in front of me, I will kind of slink around to the right. The growling is coming from the right or the left?
The left.
It's coming from the left, right about.
That's what I thought. So I kind of put my back against the wall, kind of observing.
You're doing what Jim Carrey did in Ace Ventura.
Pretty much.
Fine.
That's what you're doing. Can we figure out which passage the growling is coming from on the left?
Yeah, you're pretty sure you're hearing it from this entrance over here. So.
Well, I will follow the elf.
So you're gonna follow the elf. I'm gonna be the curious hobbit and stab things 3-4 times. Okay. Which way we want to go, guys? You got a couple rooms you can enter.
Hewn
we know there's
walls
something
look safer. I head towards the hewn walls.
Sure, but there's 2 reasons I want to go toward number 5. One is there's growling over there, and 2 is
there's growling over there. That is a reason to not go towards number 5.
It does say treasure chamber.
exactly that's where I was going.
Wait, whoa! Where does it say that? There's not a sign outside that.
I'm going with that's meta, and you don't know that.
I'm looking at those cavern walls. That's where whatever goes down to go take a poop, and I hear growling from there. You're saying so? No.
Fine. We'll check out the cells.
Growling is like.
I'm gonna check out number 3.
There is the treasure chamber. Is that the growling?
Yes.
Ooh. It's gonna be fun. The 4th passage is the next main cell. Okay. Once used to store goods and wines, and today are serving as resting places. Most cells
this is the treasure chamber. Let's get the wine.
Get beer. Most cells appear as no more than wet, dirty holes filled with waste and food scraps.
Most, but not all.
Most, but not all.
Can I make a search or explore roll here to see if there's anything concerning our dwarven?
Yes, you can certainly do that.
Bomaroo.
Yeah, God, dude, Sauron loves you. If you were my adversary, you'd be in good shape.
I'm bringing bad luck.
Apparently so. Sauron hates you, and Sauron bless you. Sauron bless you.
Yeah.
I got that roll earlier today. Boxcars plus an Eye of Sauron.
You know what's really funny, though? When I think about the Eye of Sauron thing, it makes me think of that Nazgul meme where he's on the middle of like New York Street and he says, "Do you have time to discuss our Lord and Savior Sauron?"
I haven't seen that.
It's hilarious.
I'm also amused by that.
That's pretty funny. I seriously, I went around in a game as a servant of Paylor trying to convert people. Like, I tried to convert an entire town of Kinku after we kind of murder hoboed. Our paladin murder hoboed, actually.
See,
So.
That's just not something I was familiar with before you told me about it.
Murder hoboing?
Yep, that term.
Yeah, well, you play in some of my games. My 5e game is totally murder hobo. We're running a preset module as murder hobo. I killed so many innocent people. Like, whole kitchen full of innocent kobolds. He just fireballs them because they're kobolds.
Oh yeah, I believe I saw that in your Facebook discussion.
Yeah, that was pretty awful. And then he actually rage quit the game. He rejoined the game after I talked to him, and he finally settled down.
Talked about that. That's right.
Yeah, I kind of sort of convinced him that he needed to calm down and cool his jets, and that I wasn't out to get him. And I've never been an adversarial GM. I don't know what he was talking about. So he kind of calmed down and agreed to give me another shot, and he's loving the game. It's just he's got to learn to calm down and not do stupid things like murder innocent people as a lawful good character. Anyways, so where do you guys want to go next? The cells seem pretty empty for you.
All right. What's the stairway down over here?
That leads you to number 4. The decorated archway that opens in the main cellar leads to a short flight of marble steps ascending into darkness. At the end of it, a reinforced door defaced by claw marks is found.
Oh, joy. Yeah, probably something else growling down there, if you really like that sort of thing. I'll stand over here.
It's not so much that I'm looking for a fight. I'm looking to protect Balin and Oyen if we find them, and
I don't hear them screaming in there, so they're probably not in there.
It's a different kind of screaming. It's 50 Shades of Grey dungeon.
what do we? What
I
you said that
am
we smell?
leaving.
Well, I'm kind of depressed that Zai knows what that sounds like.
I'm not surprised at all.
I am disappointed. I confess myself disappointed.
There are days I think our game needs a safe word.
See, poor Scott's never heard us play, so he doesn't understand how terrible some of the things we say are. Like where Jason's girlfriend has to get her kids as far away from us as she can so we don't corrupt them. I don't understand that, dude. It's not like we're going to corrupt them badly. I mean, they're eventually going to find the dark parts of the internet. We might as well introduce them to where they're going, you know?
Let me show
I was chastised in my Sunday game for letting my daughter listen in when I started. We had got. I started out in the car and I was logged in, and when I got home, I switched to my other computer and hooked up. And then they said something was wildly inappropriate. I said, I'm so glad my daughter's not listening anymore. And they're like, what? You had us on speaker before? What were you thinking?
What's your Sunday game, anyways?
What's that?
What's your Sunday?
Oh, it's Castles and Crusades.
Is that your Castles and Crusades? Okay.
Richard
I know you play in at least one of Steve's games.
I think I'm playing in 4 of Steve's games. I'm playing in 2 other Castles and Crusades games and a Edge of the Empire, or what is it called? The new
The Age of Rebellion?
Star Wars?
Yeah, the new Star Wars thing.
Are you playing Edge, Age, or Force of Destiny?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's Edge.
Are you playing this Smugglers, Rebels, or Force Users?
Smugglers.
Okay, you playing Edge. Is that the one you have to get to at like 3 in the morning?
That's one of the 2. It's 3:30 in the morning on Saturdays. It alternates every other week between the Star Wars game and the Castles and Crusades game.
Oh, that's a punishment.
Oh yeah, and I'm running a game on Monday nights. Every other Monday.
I'm only running 2 games a week right now because really I don't have time for more than that. I'm getting ready. Starting March 9th, I'm going to be taking 2 classes at a time. I'm definitely not going to have time for more than 2 games at a time.
I am considering running the same dungeon that I'm running for my group as a dungeon crawl for Fantasy Grounds, for the Fantasy Grounds Con.
Yeah, I read something about that. I just don't know, man. I don't want to do online cons. I'm going to a con. I don't have to pay to do it, and I'm going to have a blast doing it because I get to run 3 games, and I've got 3 games I'm a player in. I'm perfectly okay. 6 games, 4 hours a day. It's 24 hours of gaming, not counting the gaming I'm going to do before my game on Friday.
Sure. The Fantasy Grounds FG Con is free.
Is it?
As opposed to the local con I went to last weekend was $40.
Yeesh.
but that included a T-shirt.
Yeah, our con's only
I was so
25.
busy, I only made it to one session.
That sucks.
It was a cyberpunk session. I knew the guy. There was this pilot that flew us to this place, and I knew he was selling us out. So, I suspected he might try to leave us there. So I punched him in the back of the head, and I didn't mean to kill him, but
any story that starts with "I didn't mean to kill him" is going to always end in hilarity.
Oh,
it's hilarious. Okay, anyways, you guys have a door to look at. What are you guys going to do with this door? It's locked. It's claw marks all over it. Do you want to go down and listen at it? Do you want to just risk opening it?
It's locked in there, claw marks. So that means whatever you were hearing make that noise was trying to get in there and failed. Let's go in there.
I like it.
So you guys can go ahead and get in there. Let me make sure it says the doors.
So I'm looking to see if there's a doorknob or we can open that door.
It's got a like a handle on it. Beyond the door is a wine cellar, a wide room with low ceilings resting on short, stocky pillars. And voila! Balin and Oin found refuge here where they were trapped. If the adventurers arrive here, the two dwarves open the door. Actually,
Nice.
they hear you approaching, and you don't sound like these people that have been trapped, and let you inside. And thank you with great amounts of gratuitous thanks and tripping over themselves and much bowing, because that's how freaking dwarves are. They're gay like that. With what strength is left in them. And they apparently have not eaten or drank since they arrived.
I check my pack and I say, here, have some lembas bread. I'm getting sick of it.
Hold on. You said we found them?
Yeah, they are right here in front of you.
All right, so we found them, right? And then...
Yeah. You were waiting to pull that stop out, weren't you?
That's hilarious.
You do this to me too often, people. You better play that into my mage game. Even if you die.
I will say, Carinther, at your service, and bow back.
And they give you kind of dirty looks, but at this point they're willing to take help from wherever it comes. They don't forget that they were captives in Mirkwood.
He is one of the less smelly of the elves.
Our streak of racist statements.
Elves don't smell. Well, okay, so my nose is fairly sensitive, real life. My wife puts on perfume and lotion. I'm like, oh my god, that is horrible.
Oh no! Don't listen to elves when they start talking about the lotion. Forget it.
My point is that a pretty smell can also be bad. However, I've been in the woods for 3 months. I don't have.
Well, think about how these poor guys feel. They've been in the woods for 3 months, and they've been caged up in this wine cellar for something like a couple of days without food and water.
Let's get you home. The way is clear right now.
They're in a wine cellar. The water shouldn't be a problem.
No. Actually, it should. They're in a wine cellar in a collapsed city.
So the wine cellar is empty?
Yeah. This is an ancient city, man.
Well. Hey, I figure if sauerkraut can survive a couple millennium, wine can survive a couple hundred years, but...
Yeah, no, it totally can, but I would figure that whoever lived here or scavengers and stuff have probably figured it out. So
fair enough.
You have your options. Please don't come on me. Come on now, you little monster.
So, what was clawing on that door?
I will tell you once everything is said and done. This is the fun part. We're just going to kind of narrate the trip back, but it does require 2 fatigue tests. Doesn't matter because you guys can fatigue the crap out of yourself at this point. You're not getting more tests coming up. You guys basically, you managed to follow the path that the elves took you on originally back to your boat. It takes you a couple minutes to find your boat again because remember the elves hid it. They didn't exactly leave markers for you because they're inconsiderate elves. And you finally you get back in the boat, and you actually...
You know I'm right here to hear you, right?
Yeah, no, I know all about it. But, hey, I'm the lore master. I can say what I want about you. And you guys managed to get into the boat, and you start paddling back. You have to paddle upstream at this point, by the way, guys.
Oh, joy.
Yeah. So you start paddling upstream, and you're paddling all the way upstream, which kind of sucks. Whatever, you can work with that. Come on, cat, please get your claws on my chest. And you guys finally get back up to Escaroth, and I guess you guys have been feeding these guys and everything else along the way, making them healthy again. And you present them back to Gloin, and Gloin absolutely trips over himself with gratitude, and he loves you guys to death. He gives you gratuitous amounts of money. As he helps you guys, as you guys have saved his kin, and he has a new respect for all of you.
Yeah, well, don't get too much respect for the elf. Really.
Awful. You're terrible people. Terrible. Hey, baby. Sweeter. And basically, that's how this adventure plays out. You guys had an opportunity. What was in that cave is called a Marsh Dweller. And they're not real tough, but there's a butt ton of them. Like, if you guys had walked into the treasure chamber, there's about 12 of them.
Eek.
Yeah.
12 of anything does not sound good.
No, and then there's 6 of them that you could have had a possibility that I could have thrown at you randomly, and decided with only 3 of you, it probably be best not to get into a fight, because I didn't want to kill a bunch of people. This combat in this game is incredibly easy to get killed. The way it basically works is you take a stance, and then once you take a stance, you get a toughness to hit based on that stance. You hit at the same toughness that you are to be hit at. And then what happens is you can get hit till you have no endurance left, and then you get wounded. If you're wounded twice, you're dying.
Wow.
You can also be wounded with what's called a piercing blow, which each weapon has a status, and you'll see it in your character sheet. It's called Edge. If you roll the Edge number, you can inflict a piercing blow. They have to roll what's called a protection test based on their armor versus the injury rating of the weapon, and if they fail, they get automatically wounded. So yeah, it's pretty easy to die in this game. Something hits you hard, you die. Something like, by the way, that troll was supposed to be alive, but I decided to kill it because it wasn't fair to you. Seeing how it's a weakened troll with 60 endurance. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, let me think. No. That would have been like, yeah, I eat your face. That actually took less time than I thought because I had to cut so much out of it. I apologize for the short time, guys. That was only like 2 hours.
No, it was lovely.
This is perfect.
Yeah, no, I thought it was going to take a little longer than that, but I also thought I had more players, so I'm kind of glad that I showed up in the middle of it. That was kind of fun. I'm going to stop the broadcasting.